Tastes like I'm eating something from a fast food restaurant. Nick's recipes are too complicated, or they're too fancy, or they're too gourmet. You need too many ingredients. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to dive into the Exercise for Cheat Meals Diet Cheat Codes Cookbook with a full day of eating, of course. We've got 4 meals planned out for today. A couple I meal prepped yesterday to see how good the recipes are the next day, being today. Spoiler alert, they were fantastic the day of. But we'll talk through the process, see how easy the cookbook is to use and how easy the recipes are to make. And of course, we'll taste the foods and give those a review. So if you have Nick's cookbook, or if you were perhaps thinking about buying it, and you were curious what a full day of eating would look like, this is the video for you. So just get it out of the way now and smash that like button. I think we'll call today Cutting with Nick, episode 1. And once you see the macros, that'll make a lot more sense. However, let's get into it. So that was one of the quickest breakfasts I have ever made, and if it tastes half as good as it smells, in for a real treat here. 2 burritos, you saw me put it together, it's super quick. Hope these taste good. It's not that often that you get to actually make a breakfast that fits your macros, that has bacon in it, actual bacon, right? So this is going to be amazing if it tastes anything like it smells. And we got 2 of these. Before I dive into them, I'm gonna put up the macros here so you can see exactly what's in them, because once we get to the taste test, who knows what's gonna happen. But anyhow, let's open one of these up and give it a try. I'm gonna just move that over there. We'll go with this guy first. Ooh, it's warm and toasty after being in that microwave real quick for 30 seconds. I'm wrapping a Christmas present here. Okay. Now, it's not as nicely wrapped as Nick's is. If you go and look at his video and you compare it to the cookbook, his instructions in the cookbook are actually quite clear, but if you're looking to how to wrap something, I'm more of a visual guy, so I look at the video, see how he wrapped it. Not that I don't know how to wrap, just want to be as precise as possible because Nick is precise as possible. Anyway, I digress. I would cut it open and show you how cheesy it is, but all right, I'll cut it open and show you how cheesy it is. To avoid the crinkling, I got rid of the parchment paper. Let's cut it in half. Now you can see that Velveeta cheese has melted in the burrito. We have some deliciousness in the eggs, and of course, that bacon's gonna add a ton of flavor. So let's try it. No further ado, here we go. First bite, best bite, let's find out. Oh, we lost some bacon. You know what we're gonna do? Pop it right on top. Wow, cheese all over my face. You definitely taste that bacon too. Cooking with that 1 gram of bacon grease when you're making the eggs adds a lot of flavor to them, especially egg whites, pretty bland. This is amazing, and the real cheese is incredible because I'm used to fat-free cheese or low-fat cheese. So this is amazing for the macros. Let me know if you tried this one. Curious what you think, but I'm loving it. I'm happy that I have a whole nother one to go here. But that's gonna be it for meal number 1. I'll see you at the next one after I thoroughly enjoy these. Oh my goodness. And of course, the second one wrapped so much better. We didn't have that one that we ate, so I guess it's good to eat the one that didn't look great. This one, great presentation, awesome. Can't wait to eat this. And then I'll see you guys at meal number 2. Welcome back for meal 2. Like I said, we're keeping this super simple today. We're gonna try to reuse some of the ingredients in a couple of the meals. But next up here, we're gonna be doing a smash burger. This looks delicious. The picture looks incredible. So if it tastes anything like it looks, it's going to be amazing. Looks super simple to make too. Supposed to be a quick recipe. So let's get right to it. We'll start making it and then we'll see how it tastes. Whew. Well, that certainly came together a lot quicker than I thought it was going to, even though I knew it was going to. But man, I'm running all over the place with toppings and smash burgers and over to the pan and then seasoning and whew. Really glad I prepped the vegetables before I started the cooking process. Excellent tip, Nick. Thank you. This smells delicious. It looks delicious. Becoming a recurring theme here. Can't wait to try it. Haven't had a good burger in a while, so this could very well make my day already at midday doing this full day of eating. With no further ado, let's bite into it here. Now, I'll digress slightly. I don't have Nick's protein bun here. This is just a store-bought, low-calorie. I think it's 120 calories in the bun, so curious if you've tried Nick's protein buns. Sounds really strange to say, but if you've tried them, let me know in the comments section. Curious how they've turned out. I haven't tried them yet, so your thoughts, more than welcome down in the comment section. So I guess now, with no further ado, we'll dive into the taste test because I'm starving. So we're gonna pick this thing up whole. We're not gonna cut the burger. That's not allowed in certain circles. I don't care if you cut your burger, but some people are against it. But again, I digress. Let's try it. Does it taste as good as it smells? Let's find out. Sure does. Quite tasty. Tastes like I'm eating something from a fast food restaurant. Even with the lean ground beef and the sugar-free ketchup, still tastes amazing. I'm guessing that Velveeta cheese has something to do with it, but it's still only 35, 40 calories a slice, which is pretty low for this amount of flavor. Amazing. Can't miss your greens. Or your tomato, which is a fruit, by the way. This tastes like an absolute classic here. As quickly as it came together, I can see this being in the regular rotation. I think from start to finish, it took maybe 10, 15 minutes to put the whole thing together, even prepping the vegetables. So if you're looking for a quick lunch, quick dinner, quick meal, this should be at the top of the list. I think next time I make something like this, I'm gonna dive into Nick's sauces, which are incredible, I've heard. So gonna have to try one of them on this burger. I think we can find one. If you've tried a sauce that would work well on a burger, let me know which one I should try first before I go getting all the ingredients together and making it and putting it on. I'll probably try them all, but I want to get an idea of what might be the best one. So let me know in the comments yet again. Lots of comments today. Please comment away. I'm gonna finish this one up and I'll see you at the next meal. All right, we're back in for meal number 3, which is going to be a snack for today. Now this snack, I suppose I could have split it up. I could have had part of it in the morning and part of it in the afternoon, but to be honest with you, generally with breakfast, certainly with today's breakfast, I'm not that hungry from breakfast to lunch, but man, I am starving from lunch to dinner. Don't know why, same amount of hours in between, just the way my body talks to me, I guess. But anyway, so I'm having a larger snack, I guess you could say, at about 500 calories here before we get to our final meal, which will be dinner tonight. This is a recipe that I've actually already reviewed. It is quite delicious. It is the new GOAT when it comes to this recipe in the anabolic world, in my opinion, and it is none other than blueberry muffins. These are the best tasting blueberry muffins that I have tried in the anabolic world to date. Better than Greg Doucette's. That used to be my favorite when I first tried that recipe, but these have definitely overcome. And the best part is the versatility of the muffins too. Now, I made blueberry muffins, prepped them yesterday. They are fantastic, reheated by the way. You can also make chocolate chip muffins, which are just as good, probably on the same level. I prefer the blueberry ones. I like to have the blueberries. The chocolate chip ones, you can't go wrong though with those either. Those are equally delicious, equally as meal preppable as these, but these are fantastic. You can pull these out of the fridge. You can even freeze them and reheat them, and they taste just as good as when they were fresh out of the oven. I'm excited for this one. That's why I saved 2 for right now, because one just doesn't do it for me. So we went with 2, and we're gonna get right into our taste test, I guess you could call it, even though I've already taste tested these. Oh, a little piece of that sugar in the raw just came firing off, so we're gonna put that right back on top there. So that's a good segue actually to talk about what makes these taste so good in my opinion, and it is that little extra topping that goes on there, the lemon zest and the sugar in the raw for the added calories to flavor ratio, you're getting a ton more flavor for the calories. Not to mention that one of these muffins is only about 250 calories anyway. So definitely a solid snack replacement and definitely a great protein bar replacement. Plus you can meal prep them for the entire week. I've even had these for breakfast. If I need a good grab and go breakfast, if I'm running short on time or I just want to get out of the house, I'll grab one of these out of the freezer, heat it up, and I'm out the door and I'm good to go until lunch. But with no further ado, let's try one, shall we? Let's go with the one on the right, and we're gonna bite into it right now. I'm always surprised at how good it tastes, even though I already know. And the one wild card with these, I use, of course, as many of you know, casein protein powder. I don't use a blend. I definitely don't use whey. These are pretty dense. Curious if you've made these with a whey casein blend. Are they still dense? I mean, it's a jumbo muffin, so it's already huge, but curious how the blend works. Let me know in the comment section. Again, we're back in the comment section. Must feel like you're living there today, but keep commenting away because it's good for the algorithm. Anyhow, mine are very dense with the casein protein powder as the sugar in the raw continues to fall off the muffin, and I have to continue to stop, put it down, and replace, because if we're gonna count the calories and the macros for the day, we want all the flavor. But again, I digress. Let's take another bite. Now, if you had told me that lemon and sugar would dress up a blueberry muffin to make it more craveable than last time, I'd have told you were nuts. But Nick, you were spot on with this recipe. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Best anabolic blueberry muffin out there. I'm gonna continue to devour these muffins. I guess we'll get to our last meal, which will be dinner. It's a good one. It's meal prepped. I had part of it last night. It's quite satisfying, but just a little sneak peek there. All right, I'm gonna finish these. See it? The final meal of the day. Well, now what a day it's been. Last meal of the 4. We're having, as you've probably already guessed, the chicken parm sandwich, more specifically the 30-minute meal prep chicken parm sandwich. I made this yesterday, and what I love about it is that yesterday it tasted fantastic, and today I just had to reheat it, and I am gonna be able to have it again right now. Will it taste as good? That's what I wanted to test here. Is it meal preppable? Term we coined a little while back. Is this meal preppable? Is it gonna taste just as good the second day? Be a good indication if it'll taste as good the third day. I'll know that. We won't know that here, but I digress. The second day, let's see how it tastes on a reheat. Now, before I do try it, because it's piping hot after the reheat, so we'll let it cool while I talk a little bit here. It is a really easy sandwich to make. The dredging is not that hard. You saw me do it. It's very simple. You got your 3 stations. It's all done in a matter of no time, especially if you're not moving a camera around. It's even easier. So super simple to put together. It is definitely a 30-minute chicken parm sandwich. And when you have it meal prepped and you reheat it in your air fryer, it's as long as your air fryer takes to reheat, and then 5 minutes, boom, add your sauce, add your cheese, you're ready to go. We're using one of the same ingredients from our smashburger, the bun here, for our chicken parm sandwich. So we're buying all these ingredients. We should be able to use them in multiple recipes. That was, as I said, one of my goals for today's full day of eating out of Nick's cookbook. So we're accomplishing that here with what looks to be, what I know is, because I had it last night, a delicious recipe. Let's see if it tastes good on day 2, shall we? We shall. All right, let's pick it up and give it a bite. As expected, always get something on my face. As expected, still crispy, still delicious, still flavorful. What a great meal prep recipe. You can have it 5 nights in a row if you want to. You can even have it for lunch if you don't want to have it for dinner. Amazing. And the sauce for this recipe is actually really good, considering it takes about 30 seconds to make, maybe less. With the can of crushed tomatoes, the ingredients that go into it, super simple to do, adds a lot of flavor to what's just plain crushed tomatoes, and it works great on this sandwich, and evidently it works great on the pizza recipes as well, because you make a ton, you're gonna have way more than you need for one of these servings, maybe even way more than you need for all 5, but nonetheless, if you like his pizza, I guess the sauce works well there as well. The spices that you put on the chicken with the breading, it's perfect, absolutely perfect. Tastes like you're having it right at an Italian restaurant, right in the North End in Boston. I'm joking, I just wanted to work in North End, Boston, but who watching this has ever been to the North End in Boston? Hey, actually, if you have, hit the comment section down below. Let's keep the comments rolling in here on each meal. Let me know, have you been to the North End? Let me know what restaurant you went to in the North End. Was it on Hanover Street? Let's talk North End in the comments. What a way to cap off our simple full day of eating, keeping our calories in check, keeping our protein count high. None of these meals you saw today were all that complicated to make. That was my intention. Keep it simple, keep ourselves on track to accomplish the goals that we have in terms of our nutrition during the day. It is possible to do. People always say Nick's recipes are too complicated, or they're too fancy, or they're too gourmet, you need too many ingredients. I think today proves that there are simple recipes in the cookbook as well. He's got a lot of them. These were just a few that I picked out that I wanted to try, some that I'd already tried. Those blueberry muffins, definitely don't sleep on those. If you haven't tried those, you don't know what you're missing. But this sandwich, winner right here. Long day of cooking today, but a fun day nonetheless. Super simple. None of these meals took me more than 30 minutes to put together, especially because I was able to meal prep the day before, pretty much for the entire week with the blueberry muffins, these sandwiches. Make your life simple, meal prep these recipes, buy Nick's cookbook, buy my cookbook, get all the cookbooks, get all the recipes, have all the anabolic deliciousness that you want. I'll put the link for Nick's cookbook in the description box down below. Mine's gonna be just on top of that, just because it's my channel, but definitely check out Nick's cookbook if you don't have it. It's fantastic, highly recommend it. Anyhow, I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna finish this sandwich, and then after this clip, I'll put in an outro to sort of sum up the day. You know how those things go, but I'm gonna finish this up first. So there you have it, a full day of eating from the Exercise for Cheat Meals Diet Cheat Codes Cookbook. Again, I tried to accomplish a few things in this video today. Tried to find some recipes you can use some of the same ingredients for. Tried to find some recipes that are great for meal prep, and of course we want to keep it simple. At least I want to keep it simple. I think it's safe to say that I accomplished all of that today as far as the total macros go. I'll flash those up here. Great cutting calories, keeping the protein count high at 1 pound per ideal body weight, and still managing to stay in a deficit. So what are my overall thoughts on this cookbook? It's really just an incredible amount of detail all in one cookbook with some amazing recipes. Of course, everything's measured to the gram, but more importantly than that are the detailed instructions, the various cooking methods that Nick shares, and various kitchen gadgets that if you don't have, you're just getting started, you can see and use. And best part is many of these recipes are very repeatable with various flavors, so you never get that flavor fatigue. And even if you want to reuse some of the ingredients, you can do that like I did today. There is way more in this cookbook than you did see today, from pizzas to ice cream. It literally runs the gamut. Curious on your thoughts, what do you think of the recipes that I made today? Maybe you've purchased Nick's cookbook. What are some of your favorite recipes in there, or on his channel if you don't have his cookbook yet? Let's talk it out as we do in the comments, but it's getting to be about that time. I gotta get up out of here, so I'll see you in the next one. Bye.